Greetings global audience and welcome once again to my channel. This is the update of late Emmanuel Nwolisa, popularly known as Emmanuela Nwolisa. Okay, until her untimely death, Emmanuela, who is a trans woman but people never knew that he was a man, was said to be a pharmacist who graduated from the University of Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. He or she later joined St. John's Catholic Church, Rumulumuni in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, as a member. That was around October 2022. He also joined the church choir and identified herself in their women's meeting or gathering. Report says that she told church members that she was engaged and usually wears her engagement ring with heavy makeup. She sings beautifully. She takes Holy Communion regularly in church, and above all, she was always very punctual to church activities. Don't forget that she was also preparing for her white wedding. After her customary rites have been done, though we don't know who represents her as her parents, because sources said that her family members, I'm talking about her extended family members and her parents, disowned her and also abandoned her after she found out her real sexuality. So what led to her death? On 31st January 2022, the late Emmanuela was coming back from a church program where she entered keke, that is tricycle, and was involved in an accident with a moving truck. And it was recorded that she died after the keke fell into a gutter. So when she was rushed to the hospital, military hospital along Aba Road, Port Harcourt in Rivers State, they have already confirmed her gone. So the morticians had to call people that deposited the body into the morgue that what they were seeing is not what was written in the paper. They were seeing a man with jingolo and not female with Bekus and Bobby Benson. You understand? So there was alarm, and that was how the church had to be involved, because it was said that it was members of the church that rushed her to the mortuary because she was seen as a church member, a devoted one at that. Okay, so they never sense any smell that all this while the person who had been coming for marriage counseling was a man. And I believe that was the reason the church, with their full chest, had to do what they did by rushing him to the hospital thinking he will survive. But unfortunately, she passed on, okay? I don't know how people give their stories, or whether they are even adding salt and pepper to garnish stories. But according to what I also heard, when she was taken into the premises at the military hospital, so they had to remove the clothes that he was putting on, and they found out that he was wearing about 4 boxers and padded bra. Now wow, my people. So it was after they find out the real sex of the late Emmanuel, the mortuary attendants had to ask the church to come for identification. So when they went there, they said they had no knowledge that Emmanuel was a man. Even the man who was said to marry the late Emmanuela said that he too doesn't know that the late Emmanuel was a man. However, the man, now living as a woman, was said to have concluded his traditional marriage right, with his husband to be, and have also been attending marriage course in Catholic Church ahead of their white marriage. So just few days before the church wedding, Emmanuela could not wait to see the day she will say I do to a man she truly loved. And they said the accident happened at a junction along Aka Road. Okay? And she passed on after 21 days fasting in their church when the priest allegedly declared that anyone trying to disgrace the church will buy. And don't forget that she participated in that 21 days fasting. In short, it is a church program. Oh, now wow. You see why Bible said that there is power of life and death in our tongue. This should show us lesson or teach us lesson for those people will be say then they talk blah 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 with their tongue. They don't know that this our tongue get power, it gets strength. You participated in a prayer like that, aggressive one at that. When you know fully well that God Almighty cannot be mocked, we should appreciate our gender. That was the reason God created each and every one of us the way He created us, and allow us to come to our families without we choosing families for ourselves. Okay? I always say I'm not against people's sexuality, but everything is wrong if you want to deceive the temple of God. Yes, you are taking this thing to the church. You are taking yourself the way you are to the church, knowing fully well that that wasn't the real you. You were deceiving the priests all along. You deceive members of the public as if that is not enough. You now took it to the temple of God. Abba, Arueme, this is really total abomination. Just look, you were planning to get married to the man of your life. Nobody knows whether he too knows what's up, but now he's claiming that he doesn't know that you are a man. So guys, we should please appreciate ourselves for who we are. We should not think that Baba God is foolish for creating you as a man or you as a woman. We cannot change our gender, in as much as some people will say they have found their traits in their sexuality and they want to do and undo. But since it's something that is not welcome in some religion, so guys, we should be very careful. The deceit was just too extreme. So I don't even know whether this was God's wrath that befell him or it was just an accident, or better still, coincidence of life. So guys, don't be like Emmanuel Nwolisa, who changed his name to Emmanuele Nwolisa because he doesn't appreciate God for making him a man. Follow the next news about his mother and things you need to know. Goodbye.